Which lead are you using?
Good morning, everybody. Lord Hepcat Calm Wirrington Smythe here. And I'm just riding my motorcycle, as is my wont, because I thought I'd need to clear up some misconceptions that I've seen on the internet. Now, the internet, I have to say, it's all gone terribly wrong. You see, when I found that old cabling in the Northern Estate, I call it Scotland. When I found that old cabling, and I said, well, we should maybe join up the all of the old countries, America and Australia, the Southern Estate, as I call it. We should join this all up with this cabling, you know. And I said to my good friend, Tim, Bernie, Bernie Lee as we call him. I probably shouldn't give too much away. I have to say I do probably talk a little bit too much. That's mainly because I'm very, very drunk. But anyway, I said to Tim, off you go. Use this cable, write some kind of spiderweb type magical thing that you do with your keyboard, you know. And then he made the internet. And my history's not perfect, but I believe the first site on the internet was called Goggle, and then they made YouTube. And YouTube is this wonderful thing. It's like television, but you don't need one of those aerials or one of those horrendous bowls that people put on the outside of the houses. Oh, the peasantry, you know. All of the estates have them now. And these horrible white things. Anyway, I digress. And this is where I think the misconception started, because YouTube started with probably some pictures of dinosaurs or something. I really don't know. I probably didn't pay enough attention over the first couple of decades, you know. I was too excited by the idea of a phone, which, believe it or not, didn't have that long, thin cable coming out of it. It had a little curly one instead. Can you believe it? Obviously before they cut the cables off altogether. Anyway, I digress. Of course, I'd explain I'm very, very drunk. So, anyway, the internet now has got this terrible cad making television programs on YouTube. And it's my brother-in-law, Lord Hepcat. And I feel the need to apologise for Heppers, as I like to call him, because he's given a terrible representation of life for the Lords, you know. I mean, apart from anything, he's very rarely drunk. Unlike me, I wake up in the morning drunk, and then that's my starting point. Anyway, where was I? Yes, Lord Hepcat. Now, you might have seen him. Now, this is the misconception, you see. He's not actually a lord. No, not at all. He bought his lordship. Not his lordship. That's me. I insist that the servants call me. No, he bought the piece of paper that said he would be a lord. But it's not a lord at all. It's a laird or a lard or I don't know, something from the Northern Estate, Scotland. You see. So he's not actually an English lord at all. Not a proper lord at all. He's just a bit of a cad. But I believe it's because we allowed him to marry into the family. So, obviously we didn't let him have the full name. We said he could have the Hepcat bit. Not calm with the incident of a smile or any of the quadruple-barreled names which are reserved for the gentry. But we said he could have that name because he married Lady Hepcat. Now, Lady Hepcat is also not really a lady. No. I mean, obviously she's a lady. I mean, she's a wonderful lady indeed. But not a lady in you know in terms of the gentry and the class system of our beautiful. Bloody hell! Look at this! Look at this! People in my way. I'm going to use the cycle lane because I own it, like everything else. So anyway, as I was saying, she is clearly a true lady in the sense of the word, a lady. As of my way, 4x4 driver. Thank you. But she's not a true lady. She's actually a countess. Ha! Countess. Hepcat, Calm, Smedley, Witherington, Smythe, Johnson, McGreedy. McGreedy comes from the Northern Territory. So there is an element of truth to what he says, but actually he's rather just a cad. And I thought this really needed to be pointed out so that people could understand, because some of the things he says about, you know, as upper classes are really unfounded. I mean, he takes liberties really because we allowed him to marry into the family, and normally the family only marries amongst itself. So, you know. So I thought I'd clear that up. And anyway, I'll give you a little view of the Yorkshire Estates, which I'm in now. And Yorkshire Estate is a beautiful place. I've got a wonderful gardener who does the whole thing. It takes him about a year to mow all the lawns, you know. But this is just one little part of it, a place we call Hell, which is the locals call it a city, but actually it's just a place, you know. It's a city of culture, apparently. Well, I suppose I lend them one of my drawings, perhaps. Ha ha! And then they will know what culture actually is. Look at this pass. You're going far too slowly. Far too slowly. Far too small an engine in that scooter. Anyway, so I'll let you. I've cleared up the problem. Everybody knows now what the truth is with Laird Hepcat and Countess, the wonderful Lady Hepcat. So I'll just show you some views of the estate. You know, enjoy them because they are beautiful because I own them. Ha 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 ha! This is a side look, two little children there, one carrying the other, or dragging the other one off. That's because this is the area where we insist on children being dragged around. Lovely little game I used to play as a nipper when I went to Eton, which obviously I own. Drag around, threw them on the floor, and we're not supposed to talk about that. Ha! Some words there, look. Yes, wonderful. There's a little sign there telling you to go this way to the Humber Bridge, which is it's a lovely little bridge. I used to have it in my garden over the pond, you know. But I wanted the pond to be a little bit larger, and the bridge would have fallen in, so I donated that to Hull. Oh, lovely. Students' rooms and houses available. I don't need any more rooms or houses, but, you know, students always come in useful. Someone to butter my bread and make sure my boiled egg in the morning is suitably soaked in gin. Oh, look at that Mini Cooper there. It's a lovely little car. The L on the back. That tells you that's a Lord's car. It's one of mine. I'm not sure who's borrowed it at the moment. It's I think it's the Earl of Wessex. I do wish he wouldn't lower himself to the Mini. The old Mini was wonderful, but the new one, oh gosh, no. Ah, some motorcycles, yes, very good, very good. One of my policemen there, very nice. Two of my policemen, yes, well done, well done. Keep the estate nice and clean. Auto money. Blimey, that's a new development. I'm not aware of that one. Auto money. That could be quite useful. The roof needs some repairs, and good old Johnson says he's rather short, which isn't true at all. He's at least 6'3". Ecklam's Elite Travel there. That's a bus just for my family. We also have another bus for the less elite. They're much dirtier bus. That's the train station. That's where I keep my trains. They come in useful, you know, when you need to go to one of the other estates for the weekend or something. Simplypleasure.com, a very, very fine shop indeed. Yes. Tribal bodies? Now that won't confuse me. I'd been in Simply Pleasure. Tribal bodies, I assumed it was something very similar. The large eggs in the window, it wouldn't go fully in, so... and then they asked me to leave. Obviously didn't realise who I was. Blimey. I may have had one more than I expected. I'm seeing backwards. That's my mate's shop. Not friends, you know, mates. It's a name. Where you go and buy a mate. But I'm almost seeing backwards. It's very strange. Out of my way. Terrible. Terrible. Ah, of course. Windsor's. Now, it was insisted it was spelled incorrectly. You know, we didn't want to give the normal classes an idea of exactly what was behind it, but I can give the secret away. The Windsor's World of Shoes is actually owned by Her Madge, Lizzie. Ha! Loves it in there, she does. Loves it. Every ascot, pop over, pick up a pair of shoes. Of course, she doesn't have to pay for them because she owns the shop. And I charge her a minimal rent, you know, mate's rates, I believe the general term is. Anyway, that's quite a lot of the estate that you've seen now. Certainly enough for you to all take in. I know the YouTube is watched by all manner of people, and a lot of you probably couldn't understand a lot of what I said. Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh! Diesel is less expensive than petrol. Oh my! I've tried to explain this to everybody. Diesel needs to be removed from our streets. It's keeping Giles busy, washing and polishing these streets all the time. Horrible diesel on them. Absolutely disgraceful. It ruins them. Makes them all dirty and slippery. It's not suitable. Not suitable. And selling it at a lower price than petrol. I obviously I didn't explain myself properly. I said I don't want it selling at all. I didn't mean to say essentially give it away. Disgraceful. Disgraceful. Right, I am incensed. I am incensed, and I am very drunk. So I'm going to go now. So I don't think I'll talk to you again. There's no going to be backed by popular demand or anything. I do this because I want to, not because I have to. So I'm almost on my driveway now. I call it the A63. All these people sharing my driveway. They're probably using diesel, some of them as well. I bet this lorry here is using diesel. It might even be transporting the horrible stuff. So, no, it's making me cough. I can barely speak with my anger. I'm going to put a stop to this right away. That's it. Oh, look, it's my bridge. That's the bridge I used to have over the pond. A little stream effect going on. I used to play pool sticks off there. Brilliant. We had little sticks that we'd throw in the water. They'd float under the bridge. And 20 or 30 minutes later, they'd arrive at the other side. And I'd have one of the servants tell me who won. And it had to be me. Anyway, yes, I forgot I'm angry. So I'm going now. Goodbye.